you have arrived to this square, so now turn around and just run all around the square and singing and shouting with happiness, because you are the first people to really enjoy yourselves in the public place. Off you go. I'm going to go into the centre. Go on, go on. Come on. Okay. In Barcelona, if you do not get organised, the other tourists will trample you to death and then do a run. Because they are also on holiday and they don't want to be responsible for anything. Go on, run, go on. Be happy. Okay, when you've had enough, we continue with the idiot tour. Okay, now you know what it's like to not be a sheep. Okay, and to not be cattle or any other four-legged animal. Okay, so we have arrived in St. James's Square, so let us proceed with the next part of the idiot tour. And I think if you look around, to say that it's a St. James's Square is a mistake, because it's a rectangle. Just look around, okay, it's a rectangle, but it's not very commercial to call a place St. James's Rectangle because it's too long, okay? So it's called St. James's Square even though it isn't. But as you know in life, when you become an adult, you discover that most things aren't what the teacher told you they were. Okay? Okay? The intelligent kids are the ones who discover that before they leave school. Okay? The stupid ones are the ones who, when they retire, they finally do discover it. Okay? So let's call this St. James's Place, because then it brings it down to earth, because it's your place, my place, or St. James's Place, you know. Okay? So here we are in St. James's Place. And the first thing we need to say about this rectangular square is that here we have an acute case of what is called social schizophrenia. Maybe you know what schizophrenia is. Somebody who has a split personality, that the same person has 2 or 3 or more people inside them, okay? This happens in this square socially. Let me explain how this works. On the one hand, we have hundreds of thousands of 5-minute colonial voyeurs who come here and go, wow, 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 photo, wow, selfie, wow, wow. They come here and they go, wow. On the other hand, when this place is visited by local people, they come here to go, ah! And express their rage at the diminishing quality in the public services from the City Council, in the diminishing quantity of public services from the autonomous government, and in the diminishing quality of public services from the state government, and at the same time in their rage at that bank, because that bank went bankrupt and got bailed out by them, and that bank also, this is a savings bank which is not allowed to make a profit, but one of its companies is quoted on the stock exchange. So we come here to express our rage at how awful and mediocre and corrupt they are, and how much they like to take money from those to finance their political campaigns, etc. Okay? So this is the social schizophrenia, and this is visually expressed in a look first at the nice, lovely, hanging flower baskets on 8 lampposts all around the square. Okay, before the start of the tourist season, there wasn't a single hanging basket on a single lamppost, and in previous years, neither. They are there exclusively for the pleasure and the entertainment of tourists who have 8 more reasons to go, wow. Okay, but when the local people come here, they are angry, they are protesting, and Barcelona is the European capital of protests. With juvenile unemployment over 50%, there are a lot of reasons why this is like this. So when the people come here, they don't see the flowers, they see the barriers. They see the barriers in front of that building, and the barriers that form in front of that buildings against the rage of the residents who are almost daily protesting here against the reduction in the quality of life that they are enjoying while you are having a great time enjoying their city centre. Okay? So this puts it graphically, visually, the contrast or the fact that there is a lot of social schizophrenia in this square. We could put it another way. While the tourists see the flowers, we see every petal of every flower and every point of every leaf. There are 5 points on every leaf, and they represent the mortal victims of the cuts in public spending. And thanks to these cuts, money has been found, first to buy, then install, and then to maintain the wonderful flowers hanging on the basket. Okay? So here we see a reality about this place. It's not Disneyland, it's more like something like the Truman Show. Okay? You get to the edge, you scratch it, and you realise it's all completely false. Okay? I'm sorry to bring you down to earth, but if you are spending all your time in cyberspace, you are of no use to anybody, and even less to yourself. Okay? So, I have explained St. James's Rectangle, I have explained St. James's Skits, now St. James's Calling, because this schizophrenia goes back centuries, thousands of years. Today, people are very happily not educated in religion, or in Christianity, I should say, that they should really know what religions have done down the centuries. But St. James, before he became a saint, was just James, the brother of John, and they were the son of a character from the Magic Roundabout called Zebedee. Okay? Okay? And they were noble fishermen. They did something very noble and very important in a part of the world which is like a desert, and it's very difficult to find food. They were able to go to a lake, a river, and they were able to catch the fish that were there. That is a very, very life-saving and a very worthy profession. Okay, anybody should be proud that they can get fish out of the water to maintain people alive. But then along came this chap, this geezer. I don't know why he's been so revered for centuries, but he was called Jesus, which is a very common name in this part of the world. So just some common, ordinary Jesus went up to James and John, the son of a character from the Magic Roundabout called Zebedee, and said, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." And that was the beginning of the fall of James and John, because they ceased to maintain alive people by using their science and their art to catch fish, and they began to learn the art of catching people. But why the fuck would anybody want somebody else to capture people? To save their souls so they go to heaven, for Christianity. No, because it was Jesus who said it, so he wasn't dead. So the Catholic Church hadn't invented Christianity yet. So why would Jesus want them to capture people? Well, let's analyse what it is to fish. A fisherman, the job of a fisherman is to cheat and fool the fish and make him believe that that juicy worm is just a juicy worm and it is not 3 seconds away from instant death. So basically, the job of a fisherman is really, in terms of the fish, is deadly. Now why would Jesus want these two humble fishermen to then go round to capture people? What reason for? Was he thinking of making them work for him so he could just have a nice easy life? They could work the land, they could work the fields, they could fight his wars, etc. So this thing about schizophrenia is going back thousands of years, because maybe this comment, "Follow me and I will make you fishers of men," is the essence of, in terms of practical terms, of all religions. Okay, so if you think about it, there is an awful lot of horror in this square. in the name and in the things that today are happening. Okay? Now then, let's have a break. Let us dance our way over to those two blue horizontal signs on the wall over there. It's a very, very interesting thing to comment on. Okay? Let us proceed. Come on, come on.